Start with Rabbi on your right, then Zach.
Yeah, Coach, your thoughts on Gabe Cup's impact? I know he didn't have big stats, but his play with that smaller lineup in that 14-0 line.
He's a winner. That's the first time I've had really an opportunity to play he and X some extended minutes. You know, down, especially in crunch time, you don't expect that, but I feel comfortable enough with Gabe in the game. I've seen him enough play, so he's capable of hanging in there and making basketball plays. I thought he was tremendous on both ends.
Zach on your left, and Mike.
Mike, I recognize this is probably a question better asked for once you can watch film, but how do you parse the game like that? The good in some individual performances, the struggles some defensively, the fact that it's opening night, just how do you break that apart for your team?
Well, again, I mean, the things I look at is, you know, from a defensive standpoint, I mean, we're holding to 63 points, and that's kind of in the ballpark where we want to be from a defensive standpoint, but it was all the miscues on the backside of our defense that we just weren't executing. And I gotta get that fixed and clean it up, because we were pretty good the last 2 years in that regard. And, you know, free throws, I mean, hot dog, they free, man. You know, we just gotta step up to the line and make them. I mean, that's the difference in winning and losing games a lot of nights, and we weren't very good tonight shooting.
Mike on your left, and Todd.
You know, with Malik Renew, you know, is he the most comfortable you got kind of attacking the basket, and how careful does he have to be in that one exchange? You know, he had 6 points to start out the second half, picks up his third foul right away. You know, what do you tell him when he comes out in that moment?
Well, you know, that's where Peyton, you know, becomes valuable to us as well. I mean, not having him, it gives you, you know, another center, another big body that you can play. But Malik has just got to be smarter. You know, I think he's a lot better than he was last season. Hell, he come in the game and he look at somebody and he gets a foul. So I mean, in that regard, they letting him play a little bit this year, and he's just got to be smart, especially coming down the stretch and not getting silly fouls.
Todd on your right, then Rick.
Mike, you called a timeout with Florida Gulf Coast up 6, and after that you went on a 14-0 run. Looked like the defense picked up pretty noticeably. The pressure out there did. After that, what did you say during that timeout, and what were the instructions?
Hell, I had no choice but to call timeout. You know, they'd gone on a nice little run, and you know, we just, you know, I drew up a play. We came out of the timeout, got a bucket, and then our defense just, you know, we got a double team on the side of the floor over by their bench, which was a big steal, and it converted that into a bucket as well. But make no mistake, it was our defense coming down the stretch that got us back. The fans got into it, and that was very helpful in getting us on the roll, and that was enough just to bring it home for us.
Rick, row 2 on the right, then Tom.
Yeah, after that, you went to the 3-guard set. I think you guys scored on 6 straight possessions. What made the offense run better when you were going with the 3 guards?
Well, again, they were small too, you know, and I mean, I was basically looking at it from a defensive standpoint. And, you know, it's always good. I feel good with all 3 of those guys handling the basketball. If we run a pick and roll offense, they all 3 are capable of making plays out of the pick and roll. But, you know, you got to give them credit too, man. Their defense was, I thought their defense was solid as hell. I mean, their rotations were right on, and they stymied the ball in our pick and rolls to the point where we couldn't get it out quick enough to that pass leading to something good, and that's something we just got to get better at.
Tom on your left, then Seth.
Mike, how much better are you offensively as a team when Trey could have a night like you did tonight, 7 of 9 shooting, 16 points, and really attacking the basket when he had chances?
Well, I mean, we're a lot better, but my concern is CJ and Caleb and McKenzie, because all 3 of those guys are capable of scoring too. So when they're in the game, I gotta get them comfortable, number one, and they gotta figure out what the hell we're doing from a defensive standpoint, because a lot of that was miscues on their part as well. So I mean, I got a lot of work to do, put it that way.
Seth, row 2 on your right, then Zion.
It seemed like down the stretch, your captain, Zach and Trey, stepped up with some really big plays with the game in the balance. Just how much did you see those guys step up in moments like that?
Well, X and Trey are seniors. They're supposed to step up. You know, the freshmen, he's a freshman, but he doesn't play like a freshman. He's capable of making plays. I mean, I followed this kid for some time now. That's why he's wearing an Indiana uniform, but he's a winner. You know, he's not gonna get it right all the time, but he does a lot of winning plays that help you win games, and that excites me.
Zion, row 2 on your left.
Mike, when you talk about the issues you've had with the defensive rotations, just what goes into, in practice and film work, fixing that and getting that right?
Reps, over and over, reps. You know, that's the only way you're gonna learn it and then demonstrate it once you get to the games, you know what I mean? And then once you figure it out, it becomes natural. And right now, we're guessing, we're thinking too much, so that's on me.
Trevor, row 2 on your left, last one.
Khalil Blair had a great game tonight. What did you think he did best, and kind of anything you see that he needs to improve on, even in a game like tonight?
Well, he played a lot of minutes tonight, but he plugged the hole up for us, got a few blocks, and he rebounded the ball for us. I mean, I don't need him to do much more, just continue to do that, you know, and when he's around the bucket, I expect him to finish and then make his damn free throws. I mean, that's what it's all about.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.